Alright, welcome to more Pauper Cube. What do we got in this pack? Ooh, the turtle! La Tortuga. This card is so much better than people give it credit for. It's a 1/4 shroud, so like, you play it, and it just holds down the fort forever. And then if you're like playing like a blue-red tempo or something like that deck, where you can like bounce or kill all their creatures, it hits for 4. And they can't stop it with removal because it has shroud. It's actually pretty good. I like that card a lot. Am I gonna take it? I don't think it's worth taking that early. Number one, because it's not that great, like it's not first pickable, but I also think people will pass it. So if we did want it, we could just kind of wait and then get it then. What do I take here? Dragon Fodder is good. I think red tokens is probably the best deck. Though I've said that about a lot of decks. It's probably balanced. I think I'm gonna take Dragon Fodder and try and wheel the turtle. Yeah. This lets us cut red pretty hard too, which is generally a good idea in this cube because I like red a lot. Okay. Gather the townsfolk. Also good, we can go red-white tokens. Watch in the Mist is good, but I just don't like taking 5-drops. Like, basically, in cube or, like, powerful formats, like, you don't necessarily want to take the best card. You want to take the best, most efficient card. Like, in Constructed, you're not just going to fill a deck with Watcher in the Mists, you know? You'll play, like, Dragon Fodder, Gather the Townsfolk, and then some payoffs. So cube being limited is kind of somewhere between, you know, like regular draft, you just kind of take the bombs when you can get them. But in cube, there's so many bombs that you need to start kind of planning for having a mana curve and making sure you can cast all of your spells rather than relying on like one 5-mana creature that like is good, but won't win you the game. I think I'm just going to take Gather the Townsfolk. I don't like these red cards, and tokens go well with tokens. It's a famous saying. Okay. I like Faith's Fetters, but it is 4 mana. Mog Flunkies does let us continue cutting red. That being said, whoever's passing to us might be also cutting red, so we could just, like, be debating ourselves into going into a color that is not great. My biggest issue with Faith's Fetters is it's pretty bad in aggro, because the life gain doesn't matter, and 4 mana for a pacifism is kind of a lot. We could take Ginger Brute. This card's going to be good in any deck that we draft. But I'm going to lean towards the red deck. Oh, there's also Rosemane Centaur. If I want to go green-white. I have 3 app updates available. I'm going to take the Flunkies. Secluded Steppe is also a pretty good card, but that's not a lot of red. I mean, Firebolt is good. Oblivion Ring I like more than Faith's Fetters. Stormfront Pegasus is pretty good. That's actually kind of late Shaper Parasite too. Maybe I take Shaper Parasite? I think it's better than any of the white cards. Firebolt is also just pretty good if I do just want to stay red. I think this card is way better. And like, Flunkies is fine. I'm having trouble here. It's Firebolt, Parasite, or probably Oblivion Ring. Or Callous Dismissal, but I don't necessarily need that card. I'm going to take Firebolt. I already have a good amount of red cards, and if we can cut red off... Wait, didn't I just see this? Must have been something else. Skewer the Critics is good. This card's nice too, but it might come around, and burn is burn, you know? Famous saying. Okay, so red is... I mean, that's a very late G2 Slinger. That card's insane. I'm going to take that. Trumpet Blast. Burning Prophet's actually kind of nice too, but this dude is the real deal. Mog War Marshal? Yeah, I'll do that. So I'm seeing a War Flare. That card goes really late because red-white is hard to draft, I think. I'm going to take this guy. So we haven't really passed any good red cards. So even if red is cut from like our right side, and this is like not the best red cards that were passed or were opened, in pack 2 we should see a lot of red cards come around from the other direction. And there's an Ardenvale Tactician. It's a good card. I like it. Do I like it more than Loyal Pegasus? I think so. There's also Omen of the Sea and Thirst for Meaning, which are okay. Sign in Blood I don't necessarily love. So I'm going to take the good white card. It is double white for the other side. That's okay. I'm going to take this. Look at, what did I say? The turtle wield. But we're kind of at the point for Gold Meadow Harrier, I think. It seems kind of nice. I like Vault Scourge and Construct, but I'll take the Harrier. Okay, Borrowed Grace, that's where we want to be. Pump your team or save yourself from Crypt Rats. I'm on board. Keldon Raider's fine, but again, you don't really want 4 mana plays. I'll take this Secluded Steppe. I like Ginger Brute, but I really, really like cycling lands, especially in aggro decks. It lets you play a higher land count without sacrificing, like, having just permanent. I don't know what I'm saying. It lets you play a higher land count without flooding, basically. Wow, the Pegasus came around? I think I like the Pegasus more than Feet of Resistance or Insolent Neonate. Just, it's pretty hard to find a 2-mana 2/1 flyer. Okay, well, I think we're in the open colors. What do you guys think? I like the 2-drop. Yeah. I mean, this card's great, but I just want mana efficiency. Ooh, Trumpet Blast. So I have Dragon Fodder, Gather. Yeah, Trumpet Blast does hit pretty hard. So I basically have enough Anthem effects. There are a lot of them in the format. Now I can just kind of focus on getting good creatures and stuff, because both of these cards are good, but you don't want too much, because it's very likely you get a hand with like Trumpet Blast, Skewer the Critics, Firebolt, and then what do you do? I'm hoping on Stone Quarry coming around. Coalition Honor Guard is good in less aggressive decks where you're trying to like combo. We want our curve basically to stop at 3. So yeah, Rift Bolt is there. There was a lot of people who were saying that I was playing Rift Bolt wrong in my last video. I'm not sure I agree, but I did read what you're saying. So we're going to try like some trial runs. I think obviously in Constructed Burn, suspending Rift Bolt is 100% correct, because you're just hitting your opponent's face with like all of your spells. But in decks like this or the other deck where you have a decent number of attacking creatures, there are some situations where you have like a 2/2, and if you Rift Bolt their face, you get in for 3 damage. But if you Rift Bolt the creature and you get in 2 hits with a 2/2 creature, you actually get 4 damage out of this spell. So, and you get to keep your creature. So there are situations where you would want to play this on a creature. Custody Squire is great, but I'm going to take the Volshock Morningstar. This card's insane. It's just 2 mana, 2 mana equip, +2/+2 to anything. Put on a token, never dies. It's just, this card's great. Test of Faith is also nice, but I would probably take Krenko's Command over it because we're kind of going wide, but when you have a lot of tokens, this card seems pretty nice. Ooh, Thraben Inspector. I did not know that was in the cube. Scourge Devil is also really good, but Scourge Devil would essentially be replacing Trumpet Blast, because I don't think I'm playing both. So I think I'm going to play the unique card that also comes down on turn 1. This card's good too. Man, there's a lot of things that I want. There's a lot of things that I want. I'm going to take the 1 mana play though, because those are much harder to come by. Now we can take Burning Tree Emissary, hope to wheel Shard Volley. This just enables some really good turn 2s. And like Martyr of Dusk, Dyna Charge, I guess is better than Trumpet Blast, because you can do it when you're not attacking, but they're very similar. So I'm just going to take the card that is the least similar, and also this card's, it's so good. Like, imagine you go turn 1 Thraben Inspector, turn 2 Emissary into Mog Flunkies. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 power in play on turn 2. Oh boy. I really like Reckless Charge, but Frostburn Weird is kind of the nuts. And this might come around. Suppression Bonds being at 4 mana isn't really where you want to be. Again, we want our curve to like stop at 3. This card is a little bit hard to cast in a 2-color deck, but I think it's still worthwhile. Because if you can make it work, it's a 2-mana creature that can hit for 4, but also survives a lot of things. Ooh, Artillerize! Okay, well I said that's a really late Crypt Rats. What is this, 5th pick Crypt Rats? I said I wanted my curve to stop at 3, but 4 mana to do 5, that's something I can get behind. I like Pillar of Flame and the Gearcrafter, but just damage to the face is good. Kind of regret this pick, because Double White and Frostburn Weird and like Burning Tree are going to be hard to put all in the same deck. But I mean, even if we're just playing Dizzying Swoop, that's not the end of the world. Ooh, Hordling Outburst. Don't mind if I do. That's an Ephemerate. Burn Bright. Again, there's like a million of this type of effect. I'm gonna take this. Fanatical Firebrand. Flurry of Horns is good, but again, too expensive for us. Elite Vanguard also hits pretty hard, but we basically need to decide what we want our base color to be, because we have a lot of red. But we have like awkwardly 2 1-mana white plays that we want to make. This is nice. Maybe this is just better. You play turn 1, get in some hits. Alright. maybe, well, now I take a red early play. Who knows what I'm doing? We'll figure it out together. Krenko's Command. I might want Test of Faith. Although I could just have infinite goblins. I just lose pretty hard if they have specifically like Pestilence. But even then I just have, no, we'll just take the command. We're just going to be, oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Never mind. Scourge Devil. Our curve is going to be a little bit higher. Wow. I don't actually know what to take here. Shower Volley is great. Dynacharge is like a way to pump our team. I don't know what to take here. I have so many tokens, but also Burn. I'm gonna take Burn. There's Nest Robber. I guess at this point I will take Suppression Bond. No, it's a 2-1 haste. I'm gonna take Suppression Bonds. Wow. Alright, well, this is only pack 2, by the way. We get a whole nother pack. I don't know what people are doing, but we are doing it a little bit better, I think. Porcelain Legionnaire. We are very, very weak to Pestilence, but honestly, even if our opponent Pestilences us, I think we can just rebuild and win, I think. I guess if they play like an 0-4, and that's one card in the queue that they would have to draw like every game. I'm gonna take the Legionnaire. It's really, really good. 2 mana, 3-1, attacks through everything. I like the Sorcerer. We're gonna try and wheel that. Triplicate Spirits as well, we would like to come around, but this card anyone can take, whereas the red and white cards like only people in those colors can take. And I don't even know if I would play Triplicate Spirits. I probably would. It's pretty good. Gideon's Lawkeeper, Forgotten Cave. I'm leaning towards Forgotten Cave because I already have like a million playables and we're... Oh, Arc Lightning. Never mind. Okay, sorry. I didn't see that. We're going to take this. Hope to Wield the Cave or the Lawkeeper. This card's really good. Lawbridge Enforcer lets us hit through basically everything. It's also cheap. Like, we want to continually decrease our mana cost of our creatures. So I guess I take that. Like, there's so many good cards here. This seems like the best one, though. Especially because the tap ability is colorless. So I can kind of safely play red cards. I don't know if I'm going to play this card now, just because like our mana is a little bit strict on that guy. But the rest of the deck seems great. This card might be too expensive at 5. Like, I basically want to spend a lot of mana, play a bunch of spells, and then Artillerize be the last thing we cast to their face. Wait a second. There are 2. I honestly did not know that. There's 2 Pegasus. That's cool. Burst Lightning is 1 mana, so I guess I take it. Renegade Freighter, I love this card, and honestly, it might just be good here too, but it's like, it's almost looking too expensive for our deck, as weird as that sounds. We just want to like play tokens, kill blockers, take lightning bolts forever. And this deck is looking very, very scary. This is a 3 mana 4/4 when it enters. This is a 3 mana 5/5 and it's colorless. Active Treason is actually pretty nice too, just if they play a blocker and think they're going off, we could do that. I think if this was a pod and not a league, I would just take Evankar's Justice because that's like one of 3 cards that can actually beat this deck. But it's a league, so the odds of this actually affecting my matchups is pretty low. Leaning towards Active Treason. I don't really need big dudes. I think just clearing blockers is... Like, if I play against green or any, like, big creatures deck, this is going to be good. Wow. There's so much here for us, but we need Boros Guildgate for the mana, I think. We definitely found the open lane. Is this card even good? I guess so. We need to start making cuts, and I honestly have... Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'll take a Frenzied Goblin. That's a good 1-drop. This deck is something else. I might not even play Secluded Steppe because... No, I think I will. Like, maybe not. So oh my gosh, we got it all. I guess the Sorcerer for like token mirror matches. It also helps us like do the last bits of damage to the opponent. Oh boy, Jackal is bad. I'm cutting that. We have so many better 1-drop. I could play like a 60 card deck and that would be not that absurd. Flunkies, Fodder, Gather. Burn Blight, Trumpet Blast, and Borrowed Grace. Forgotten Cave? Sure. I mean, I'm not playing any of these, so okay. Fervent Cathar, probably not playing it, but this guy can also go ham. But I'll take the Cathar. Just in case, like, basically the deck we're bringing in Active Treason for would be the same deck we bring in Fervent Cathar. If they have, like, high toughness creatures that you can't really Lightning Bolt. But making cuts is going to be particularly brutal. I think I'm not going to play that. Like, I'm trying to decrease the amount of white mana in my deck. In fact, I might just go mono red. Is that crazy? He says as he opens a Mistral Charger. Is mono red crazy? Hang on. I'll take Trapped in the Tower because I don't actually have pacifism. Oh, Yushin of First Blade is pretty good. I'll take Kabu. This card seems bad. 2 mana 1/1 first strike. I don't know why that card's in the cube. It might be. What is it again? It's 5 mana for a 3/3 haste. That's too much, I think. So if I completely cut white, then Rift Bolt, Skewer, this is gone, this is gone. I mean, we do that. That might just be better. I can play Frostburn weird then, and my mana is going to be perfect every game. That's probably better. Perfect mana is nothing to scoff at. Like, yeah, we have a lot of good cards here, but mana would be, you'd never have trouble. We could just curve out, Burn Bright, Trumpet Blast. I almost want to bring in the Scourge Devil too, as like some top end, but 5 mana is kind of a lot. And I already have 2. I think we're fine. We're just going to run not any of these. 16 lands with a cycling land, I think is okay. Because we do, let's see, that's there, Skewer's there. We have a lot of 1 mana plays. Do I go 15? 15 land, Active Treason. And I think if I go 15, I would get rid of Forgotten Cave because I have so many mountains. So the reason for going 15 is like, oh, maybe at that point I get rid of Volshock Morningstar because it's kind of expensive. There's a lot of things I'm doing here that I'm probably not explaining. Forgotten Cave is good, but when you have a deck that's trying to make a 1 mana creature on turn 1, it gets worse because the cost of it entering tapped or cycling it is actually kind of high because you're like basically skipping a turn. Whereas like if your curve starts at 2, you can just pretty easily cycle this and it's not an issue. But this deck, I mean, we're really, really low to the ground here. I'm just deciding this card actually seems a little bit medium just because of how expensive it is to play and equip. It helps, but I could do something like this and this. But 15 lands with this many creatures seems awkward. So I think I'm going to go 16, play this cycling land instead of the Morningstar, just because the equip is so expensive. And like, I'd rather just spend my mana burning their blockers and then killing them. So we're going to start like this, but we have so much like options to sideboard. I could almost sideboard into like a mono white deck if I wanted. Oh man, this is, let me look at this again. I think this is good. Yeah, we're going to run it like this. See you guys run 1. 5 lands. No, that's too many. 2 lands is good. We keep 2 lands. We get rid of, I don't even know. This hand's insane. Hordling Outburst? The card's so good, but it's our worst card. Okay, I guess. Let me see what opponent said. Let me delay. Hi, good luck. Yeah. Because we go turn 1. Yeah, I guess I get rid of this. Arc Lightning seems better than Hordling Outburst. And like, oh, that was bad. I forgot this can't play this. Okay, well, we just need to draw another 2 mana spell in like the top 3 turns. That's fine. So we just go turn 2 Frostburn weird or turn 2 Emissary into something else. Base cycle, sure. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Getting rid of Hordling Outburst, maybe I should have just bottomed this. I just, like, their mana costs look like they should be able to cast each other. So they're blue-green. There's our Forgotten Cave. Maybe I should just be playing Volshock Morningstar. I'm not sure. Baloth Gorger. Okay, so this is the Active Treason matchup. Jackal Pup. That's the card we wanted. I don't really want to spend my whole turn getting through a Baloth Gorger. I'm going to cycle Forgotten Cave. Another mountain. Alright, let's go Emissary into Jackal Pup. Yeah, 4/4s are a problem for our decks. We might bring in white for the pacifisms, because the whole point of this strategy is you can like lightning bolt a blocker, get in, arc lightning hopefully kills two things, get in. But when their creatures are way bigger than your burn, it gets a little bit awkward. I wouldn't be, whoa, they must be like 5-color green. That's a lot of lands. Okay, so I can bolt, arc lightning, the Baloth Gorger, and then hit them for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They go to 13. They have 5 cards in hand. I don't know if we're doing much better though. All right. I only hit them for, yeah, it's not the best situation. But we have a sideboard for this matchup. And we can just go wide now, right? So we got in that hit. And that's an example I was talking about during the drafting portion where people are like, blockers don't matter. But I killed their blocker and got in for 5 damage. And I used 6 damage worth of, or 4 damage worth of spells to do that. So I kind of traded up in terms of like how much damage I was able to do. So there are situations where you want to hit the opponent's creatures. Ugh. Or some might say, oof. Eerie Oofs is pretty good. Persist is a problem against us. I can attack with Frostburn Weird, but that doesn't actually accomplish much. Because, like, they block and then what? Because I can make this a 3-2, but then we die and then they get a 2-2. So we're just going to play Mog War Marshal and hold Mountain in hand just so they, like, have to play around something. But my attacks are not great. We're kind of waiting for a Trumpet Blast or a Burn Bright so that, you know, if we do attack and they Aerius block Jackal Pup, we at least get in for like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So actually, Burn Bright might actually just be lethal right now. I will pay the Echo. That's so many lands. I think at this point we might just swing out. So they block here and they take a lot. Yeah, let's swing out. Kill spell gets us, but I don't think we're getting much better if we just wait for them to play more chunky dudes. Like they might just Ulamog's Crusher soon. Go there, we pump. Yeah, I'm gonna go for max pump. They could have Disfigure, Fungal Infection. Yeah, max pump. Max Greed. The card that gives creatures -X/-1 and makes a sap ruling would be rough, but it seems weird for them to play a card like that in this deck. Rushing River. Okay, they didn't kick it. So they take 4 and we lose 1 creature. That could have gone worse. Aether Snipe, bouncing the token. Still not the end of the world. That was a good attack. Here's where Active Treason would be huge. Frostburn Weird. Dragon Fodder. Still holding land in hand. Yeah, just to keep them guessing. Like, what if I have this much burn? And then, like, Burn Bright or Trumpet Blast will go a long way here. Because if I can scare them out of attacking, then I can just wait and draw Burn and go face. Okay. I mean, I didn't come here to not go for this. So now's the time. Because worst case scenario, I still just trade off with all their stuff. So this beats Mana Leak. It doesn't beat Counterspell, but it beats that. That's for sure. I mean, this is lethal. Okay, sure. I don't know what their deck is doing, but we're doing it better. Oh, Active Treason was in the deck? I didn't even know that. So I think we really want a Fervent Cathar over... These cards are kind of annoying. Fervent Cathar is better than something. Full Shock Sorcerer? No, that pings them for 1 every turn. And I didn't really see, like... Their deck looked kind of bad, I'm going to be honest. Just really slow. Like, I just want to play as fast of a deck as possible. Trumpet Blast, Stinger, Burn Bright. I don't know what to cut. Could be Jackal Pup, but again, playing that before they get blockers is, like, pretty good. Is it Gitu Slinger? That seems crazy, but I basically, like, the 2 damage doesn't seem like it's going to matter. Yeah, get rid of Gitu Slinger. Because I don't think the 2 damage matters too much. And it's 3 mana, and I just want to curve out as fast as possible against them. That could be dumb. Maybe I should get rid of like one of my 1 mana burn spells, but it seems better just to be as aggressive as we possibly can. Wall of Roots, sure. But doesn't do a whole lot. We want to see some more tokens here. We have all the Trumpet Blasts. They just play a 4/4 here. Yeah. That's what I kind of was afraid of, but it's not the end of the world because we have this duder, which I could just ping face. Lonely Sandbar tapped is fine. This is kind of the downside of mono green because tokens just kind of run. Whoa. Okay. I mean, I guess they have to race, right? But that seems... They're in a hard position no matter what. I think that's certainly the case. Land. Also fine. So I can ping this and then bolt it. Or I can just attack and Trumpet Blast. But that doesn't actually kill the roots. So kind of like pinging and bolting this because that limits their mana. Bolt. 3 mana. Cycle Croson Tusker. Sure. Tap for 2. So I can Skewer the Critic's Pillar of Flame. That actually also seems pretty good. No, actually, because I could just Volshock Sorcerer plus Skewer the Critics there. I'm gonna wait. Wait and see what's up. We know opponent has at least 1 land. And like, if they're just gonna keep attacking, then I don't even want to kill this. Because I could just hit them for 9 next turn and then 9 the following turn. Okay. That's okay. That's getting problematic. That's pretty good. So I can ping this and then shard volley it. How much damage can I go face actually? Let me think about that. If I just swing out, they can hit me for 8. I burn bright. They block here, which actually doesn't kill it. Alternatively, I can Volshock Sorcerer, ping that, shard volley, kill it, swing for 6, put them to 11. They have a 4/4. And I have 5 points of burn in play. I kind of like doing that. So we do this. I play Shard Volley because I can't actually Spectacle Skewer the Critics pre-combat. And I go Mountain and Trumpet Blast for a good bit of damage. They fall to 11. So if they attack next turn, I can pretty much kill them. And if they don't attack, then I have plenty of burn. I think maybe killing Wall of Roots was a mistake turn 1. I should have just killed the 4/4. But I was hoping to like stall them on mana. It's like the common thing, like Bolt the Bird. Okay, that's a super aggressive attack. Do they have like a follow-up? Oh! Okay. Well, I was gonna do that anyway. I think I just swing out. I wish I had a land. I accidentally F2'd through my turn. Burn Bright. Do they have the Meandering River or whatever? They do, and they're gonna bounce both my tokens. Okay. Well, they take 3. Eat. And then I can Skewer the Critics them down to 5. The problem is I'm actually dead in 2 attacks. What's better here? So I can Skewer the Critics, put them to 5. I think Burning Face is probably more likely to win. Because I take 4 and go to 4. Then I can like chump with Volshock Sorcerer. That card actually doesn't matter. It doesn't change the clock. If I draw like blocking tokens, it's even better. Yeah, this seems okay. Active Treason is lethal. Yeah, that's what we wanted. Lordling Outburst. Last turn. They're at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I think I can just win. Features Lore doesn't do anything. Llanowar Elves also doesn't do very much. It's a good attack. So I just block with 1. Put them down to 4, down to 3. Or I could just kill both of their blockers. Because like killing their blockers is kind of like putting them to 3. Because I can hit with the goblins. But I actually kind of have like a deterministic win here just to ping face. Yeah, that seems better. Right? They go to 4. I do the same thing next turn. They go to 3. I Pillar of Flame. They go to 2. Yeah, so they're actually just dead next turn. I don't even have to attack. They should have attacked with the Seer last turn, I think. Because I don't mind going to 2. And if they pump it, I can kill it, so that doesn't matter. Just don't kill my Sorcerer. Furiosaur, sure. Alright, they dead. It's a lot of lands, but it doesn't actually matter. I'm going to make sure this resolves. Because they could have Counterspell. Can I even beat Counterspell? No. Okay. Shoot you. I'm playing around Mana Leak. Nice. See you guys round 2. Alright, we're playing against Emmerich. We're going first. Can't keep a 1-lander, I don't think. So we're going to mulligan. I can keep this hand, and I think at this point I just get rid of a mountain. Because basically, if we draw lands, we're good. Artillerize is basically like sort of like turn 5 late game play. We're gonna lead Mog War Marshal and just let it die, I think. And then play Mog Flunkies. This lets me hit for 1 extra damage. Although now I'm leaning towards Volshock Sorcerer because that's like more mana efficient. So yeah, I'm just not gonna pay the Echo. Dragon Fodder. Yeah, let's play the Sorcerer. Because I want to, if I hit 4 lands, then double spell, and then we just attack with the Goblin, hold back the Sorcerer. This card is very, very good. Agony Warp. Okay, so I pink face. That was actually a good use of Agony Warp. So I guess that's a reason not to play the Sorcerer pre-combat. I was playing it in case they had like a flash 2-drop, but I don't know if that exists. So don't play around cards that don't exist. Play the Flunkies. Just as more power. Oh no, Essence Scatter. Exclude. Oh, I could have just played Dragon Fodder. I mean, there's so much that I was trying to play around there. Like, Mog Flunkies plays around Evankar's Justice and Crypt Rats, things like. Okay, they just have everything, I guess that's fine. I don't think there was a way for me to get out of this. Hit for 2, they take it. Okay. I guess I just Arc Lightning now. 2-1. They kill my goblins. Yeah, so basically there was no sequence of plays that would have worked out for me there. This is as good as it can get from my opponent. But they're at 12. Okay. I guess, sure. Yep. This is not the dream scenario. Sometimes you have bad matchups, and this is one of them. They're not even playing the rats. Huh. That's so many lands too. I mean, I guess we go for Trumpet Blast, but this plays so poorly into a removal spell. But you might as well make use of the goblins while you have them. They're disfigured too. Okay. Sometimes they just have it all. So now they get to keep Crypt Rats. They're at 12 life. Now the way that I win this is just draw running burn spells. Because I'm at 19 and they haven't done anything to me yet. Good lord, getting back in exclude. Yeah, their deck is good. Their deck is very good. I need to draw a good creature right now. Okay. I think we just start going face. I need to find a way to artillerize them. Because then that puts them to 4. Like, that's pretty low. Do they exclude Jackal Pup? Maybe. It's so bad. Do you really want to exclude it? Nice. Okay, so we have something to sacrifice for artillerize. But they probably have more, like, actual counter spells. Alright, we go for it. They're at 4! Now we just need running burn spells. And they have to kill us pretty quick now. Unfortunately, they have exclude. Mountain, not ideal. But they're at 4. I mean, we have so many burn spells in our deck. Yep. Come on, deck! What are you doing? Ugh! That's not good. Sure. Okay, so I may have hurt myself by keeping lands in hand. So I'm never going to get to attack with creatures, so I just need burn spells off the top. Please, deck. Burn spell? Come on! What? What? I'm playing 16 lands? Okay, I mean, sometimes you get there. Please, deck. This is 8, so they can actually Crypt Rats me out here. Yeah, it's too late now, I think. I mean, it is a land, but this is why we play Forgotten Cave. Oh my god. Alright, well, let's move on to game 2 here. That's insane. They have a Skin Thinner. Okay. I mean, we got as close as we could. Sometimes the game won't let you play. Huh. They have Crypt Rats and Defile. But I don't think playing 2 colors is really gonna help us much. Active Treason, they have like, I think Active Treason is probably pretty bad. We want proactive plays. We don't want to just have this in hand and nothing to do. So I'm okay with the Morningstar because it like lets us protect our creatures from Crypt Rats, even though it is a little bit like expensive and slow. And then the rest is fine. That was that was some mana flood there. If the game doesn't want you to 3-0, you're just not gonna 3-0. What the heck? I'm not keeping... I mean, this is 4 lands, but that's still way too many. Oh my gosh. Why? We can still do better. There are good, like, quite a few good, like, 1 mana plays we could keep. This is ridiculous though. Sure. Keep this, get rid of Forgotten Cave and Mountain. Just keep 2 lands. And then hope that we can curve out. I mean, this is like still actually better than the first couple hands I had, which is kind of ridiculous. Okay, I mean, let's attack. We just gotta pray for no Crypt Rats and good draws off the top. And them to get mana screwed. No, wait, they didn't get mana screwed. Nothing blocks. Oh, you have to? Okay. I mean, okay, this is something. The impulse. They can't just play Crypt Rats turn 3 because I can burst lightning it. I actually would probably wait in Pillar of Flame. This is bad. That's a good card. So I'm gonna see what they do. They do nothing. This seems like they're just holding up Exclude. Yep, they got it. Okay. Agony Warp's also so good. I can't play around them having Crypt Rats. Like if they do, they do. But we need to get damage down before they can establish the board. That's... Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Sometimes the Magic gods just don't want you to win. This is one of them. I am very, very much expecting a Swamp Crypt Rats for 1 here. I would be shocked if that didn't happen. Okay. They bounce a token. Yes. So I'm gonna Pillar of Flame that, I think. Because Burst Lightning might be able to do 4 with if I like draw another land. They land because they have Capsize. They have the stupid Pristine Talisman too. Oh boy. It's a 2/3. Well, this will do more damage eventually. They go to 10? I mean, we're like a trumpet blast away from getting there now. If I win this game, I will be shocked. Archaeomans are getting back Agony Warp. Okay. Well, I'm glad I exiled that one then. Gravedigger's a problem though. Skewer the Critics. So they're going to play Naiad next turn. I can skewer them down to 8. But they have the stupid Pristine Talisman. Oh, if they didn't have Pristine Talisman, this would be pretty easy, but I don't think I can go put them to 8, swing for 2, put them to 6, because they go up to 7. Then I have 2 goblins against 2 blockers and nothing to do. So I don't know what I can do here. I mean, I think it involves doing this, but I think this is really bad. Without Pristine Talisman, this game was actually pretty winnable. Yeah, now it's not. Yeah, I mean, I'll look for like 2 more turns, but sometimes you just don't. Sometimes you just don't get any chances. Because Skin Thinner can kill a goblin, or like if I draw a good creature. I mean, that can hit them down to 6, but then they just go right back up to 7, which is where they were 3 turns ago. Alright, we'll just see what happens. Yep. And they've been holding up Exclude this entire game too. Okay, I'm done. That's enough for me. I have a limit just like everyone else. Oh, that wasn't the finals. Oh, we get another game. Alright, I'll see you guys there. Alright, this is the real round 3 after the fake one last round. I'm gonna keep this hand because we can cycle Forgotten Cave, so it's like we only have 3 lands. Okay. What? Ugh, it's fine. 4 lands is how many we want, as long as we don't hit more. There we go. Okay, this is fine. Trumpet Blast Porcelain Legionnaire is also pretty sick. It's kind of awkward. Green-red is probably a bad matchup. I'm going to play Legionnaire because it hits the hardest. It does give them a target for like Lightning Bolt, but that's okay. Yeah, they're just gonna Spring Bloom Druid. I don't mind that too much. Although they will have 2 mana untapped, right? Yeah. No, they enter tapped. Okay, so we get a free hit for 3. They're 3 colors. Well, the more I see this, the more I like our matchup here. Let's hit for 3. They chump. Interesting. I'm gonna play the Mog War Marshal actually, because this plays around them like having Arc Lightning a little bit better than Krenko's command does. Because I don't really know what's going on over there. Maya Elder. Okay. I will not pay the Echo. Frostburn, weird. That's actually quite good. So let's hit They're just gonna block sacrifice, and if they trade for a goblin, that's also pretty nice. We wanted to wait them for them to pay mana so that we can deploy more things. Then we go flunkies, Krenko's command, hit them with like a ridiculously large trumpet blast. They better have a lot to get out of this. Nothing. Well, I'm gonna attack. Trumpet blast is like just lethal, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, trumpet blast is like beyond lethal. Jilt, bounce, 2 damage. So I take 4. I can use that opportunity to artillerize, but I feel like just trumpet blasting for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 also seems pretty good. Actually, I'm gonna hit them for 4 and just replay this stuff. Let's go. What card do I mostly want to resolve? Mog Flunkies is pretty good. And then Dragon Fodder. Because, like, yes, Trumpet Blast would have been pretty nice there, but we're in the same situation next turn, and I get to use my mana most efficiently doing this, and it sets up for the best Trumpet Blast. Because right there would have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is still amazing, but it can, like, one-shot them. Like, the spider just doesn't do it. They cycle Edge of Autumn. Okay. Skewer the critics. So we swing out. They block here. They take 6. They go to 10. I mean, they're just like dead so many ways. This. They counter it. Oh. Sure. Are you dead? They go to 1 and then I skewer. Boom. This seems like a bad matchup for them. Blue-green, like, bounce against tokens is not really where you want to be. So I didn't see many creatures, so I think I'm gonna swap Active Treason for Fervent Cathar. I don't like Morningstar against all their bounce, but I like that this actually attacks on its own. So we're just gonna do that, switch. Alright, yeah, this hand's pretty good. Got a turn 1 play, got a turn 2 play, got a turn 3 play, got a turn 4 play. I need the lands, but we've been good at drawing those lately. And they mulled the 5. Oh man, this is like the opposite of last game, or last round. And I'm not actually that happy about it, because like, I like playing real games of Magic, which is why I like this cube, because it leads to the least number of non-games that I've seen. Mother Bear, okay, that's actually pretty good. But yeah, like, mulliganing to 5 doesn't lead to many of the feel-goods. So Jackal Pup is kind of bad here, but that's okay. Okay, they're doing some things. Forgotten Cave, so I actually kind of want that, maybe. I can also Hordling Outburst, because they're just going to sacrifice this, I imagine. I think I like doing this. This puts the most pressure on. And there's no point in attacking here, because they can just block sacrifice. Oh, I have the followers open. Thank you, Tunai, for the follow. Let's minimize that. So yeah, sometimes I use the same recording stuff that I use to stream. So when people follow on Twitch, it shows up, even if I'm just recording and not streaming. Yeah, 3-color Moldafy.deck is, I mean, it's possible, but I don't think hardcasting Merchant of the Veil is the secret either. Okay, so, I mean, their defense is actually kind of formidable. I can cycle Forgotten Cave. Okay, that's a good chunk of land. I can attack, they can double block, and then I can trade this for the Merchant, which seems not amazing. So let's just play this and start pinging them. Yeah, actually, I take back what I said. Merchant of the Veil is actually pretty decent here. But yeah, if they're missing land drops, I mean, we're hitting them for 1 at least. So that's something. Krenko's command is pretty good. Can kind of do it all. Do I want to attack? I think I just wait 1 more turn and it gets way, way better. Krenko's command. I don't think Trickery is in this format. So like we can draw Trumpet Blast. And we just want to see them loot with Merchant. Ambuscade, they fight. Oh, they don't even fight. It just does damage. Okay. That, I don't know if you actually wanted to, I feel like the Volshock Sorcerer is actually scarier. But maybe they have Arc Lightning. Nope, just that guy. Okay, so they get lands this way. I'm just gonna go face Burning Tree Emissary. I'm really feeling right click swing out. Except for the sorcerer, obviously. Seems correct to me. Math is for blockers. Probably should have pinged the Yavimaya Elder because it's trading for Jackalpup, but I get to kill Mother Bear if I want to, and this gets to hit for a bunch. Hmm. This is a little bit awkward because if they have Lightning Bolt, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm actually just gonna not get too greedy into Lightning Bolt or Burst Lightning. They got some lands. I fold a 13. I can kill Mother Bear, which let them just get 2/2/2s. I could just do that. I don't know. I'm kind of messing this up. My throat's really having trouble, so I'm just trying to finish this game. So I'm really sorry if I'm playing bad, but it's not feeling so good. And then we just play this and do nothing. I don't know. That was, yeah, it's not. I might just have to pause this game. Oh, that's not a good thing to come back to. That's pretty game breaking, actually. Yeah, I played this so bad, but health is most important here. Yeah, it's a mountain. I can attack, but that just lets the Mother Bear. I mean, they're at 12. I can still win this, but yeah, sorry guys. Arrow, sure. I mean, I basically they're at an effective 7, so I just have to find a way to get 7 points of damage in. Sure. It's like they're not doing anything. Oh, that's good. So they're at effective 4. Okay. They attack here probably? Yeah. I'll take it. Okay. So we're gonna artillerize whatever they serrated arrows. Okay. I mean, we're kind of doing it now. They're at 2. So any burn spell off the top just does it. And I'm gonna let them serrated arrows. I want to block artillerize. They're just not going to. Sure. Yeah, I'm gonna block here. Shoot their face. 5 damage is so big. Any burn spell wins. That haste guy who prevents blockers doesn't win because they have serrated arrows. I don't even know if I want to use that. I don't think I do. But I think I do want to just arc lightning their face. And pillar flame their face. No, we'll save pillar flame so it's more surprising. That also lets me frostburn weird pump and stuff like that. 2, 3, so I block here, they shoot it with the arrows. I'm okay taking 6. Burn spell? Come on. I have 1 turn, so pass turn. I can get him with like Burn Bright plus Frostburn weird maybe. So they can make this into a -1/2. So I can block here and kill this. And I fall to 2 life. Seems better to block here. And then I can Burn Bright. Yeah, because this makes the hasty guy lethal too. I go Burn Bright. This forces them to shrink. Otherwise they lose their channeler, which I guess isn't actually that bad. And now Fervent Cathar or whatever is a winning play. Because I can stop Walrus from blocking. Unless they have another blocker. But that's as good as I could get. Oh god. That's game. Oh, we would have had it too. Oh man. They probably were holding Pulse in hand though. Okay. What did they have? They had Kozilek's Channeler. I think we just keep it. Again, we're just getting through this game here. Alright, I took a little bit of break. Came back, feeling better. Last game was a perfect example of like, you know, they mulled a 5, still won the game, you know? That's what makes Magic great. You deal with limited resources and come back. 4 lands, but a pretty aggressive start seems okay to me. Yeah, alright. I went, drank some tea, gargled some water. Throat's doing better. Still gonna take a break after this though. So probably if I'm not streaming, even though I said I was going to, this is probably why. Play you. I even get to play the Echo here. And just hope to not die to Pyrotechnics. I think they probably just brought in a bunch of 2/3s because they went up to 41 cards. Definitely paying Echo. It gets in for 1 more damage and it makes him better. Plus, yeah, it lets me use my hand most effectively. Pretty good turn 3. So they're gonna play Yavimaya Elder would be my guess. Oh, that's not good for them. It's not good for me, but Firebolt hit for a whole bunch. I have enough lands to kick Burst Lightning and Flashback Firebolt, so wait. Oh man, I did not mean to skip turn. That's not great. Not great, not great. Because now I can't kick burst lightning. I gotta be wary of Pulse of Marasa. That card is really good against us. Serrated Arrows kills Jackal Pup, but they still take 4. Yeah, kick burst lightning into Firebolt would have been nice. Yeah, I just accidentally hit F6 instead of F2 or F1. Yep, they take 3. If they're just getting back Mother Bear, I don't hate it. Rift Bolt. So I have lethal. Alright, let's do that. Yeah, I actually would have been able to kill them if I didn't skip turn. So now, if I lose to Pulse of Marasa, that's unfortunate. My Elder, sure. Alright, show me what you got. Because, like, making them pulse back a Tranquil Thicket is not great for them. They have it. Yeah, that's what I figured. It's like, I just didn't have instant burn to do that, but I could still put them to 1. Mountain, Flashback, Firebolt, Spend Rift Bolt, go. And they use their life gain. I can't imagine like an Archaeomancer in their deck, but that would be kind of crazy. So it's looking like it's not going to matter that I skipped turn, because they're at 4, they're at 1, and I have like a bunch of things that do damage in my deck, particularly things that do 1 damage. But I'm under a fast clock. I will block here. That denies them a card draw too. Alright, deck, give me the goods. There's so many things that do it. That doesn't do it. So we pass turn. Burn Bright being not the greatest here. Interesting. Are they gonna swing out? Or do they have like fire or fire and ice? Alright. Now this is getting bad because the thing that does 5 to the face is not good, and I'm taking 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I actually get 2 turns. Trying to think. I guess Shard Volley does not actually save mana because I would sack the land that I'm paying for it. That's a land. If this happens, you draw 7 lands in your 16 land burn deck and get killed. I'm at 2. Pyrotechnics actually just kills me. Okay. That will do it, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know if I punted game 2. I honestly don't really remember much of that game. Kind of crazy how that worked out. What was our top card? It's not going to show me, is it? No. I don't even know. Oh, they Frostburn Weird. So we were a ways away. There's Bolt. Unfortunate. We got as close as we could. Pulse of Marasa killed us both games. So this deck was probably one of the best decks that I've drafted, which is the weird thing, that I had the worst record with it. But sometimes that just happens. You know? I mean, I played poorly game 3, around 3. I'll admit that, but that was like health reasons. Game 2, Magic sometimes just does that to you. You draw lands, your opponent has a perfect deck. And I think, was this the game where my opponent... No, never mind. Yeah, like, it happens. You just have to accept that sometimes you lose because you get screwed. Sometimes you win because your opponent gets screwed. It's all going to even out in the end. The best you can do is try and play to win every game that you're in.